Three strategies to win the war on lust. 1 Thessalonians chapter 4, verse 3 through 5. For this is the will of God, even your sanctification, that ye should abstain from fornication, that every one of you should know how to possess his vessel in sanctification and honor, not in the lust of concupiscence, even as the Gentiles which know not God. Lust is a deadly sin. Lust is a work of the flesh. Lust will push you to commit sexual immoralities. Lust will force you to envy, covet, steal, and commit murder. You don't want to go near lust. The truth is that lust is a sin that is very hard to fight. The Bible says it is the will of God that you run from fornication or anything that can corrupt you. Lust will corrupt you. Why do you think many marriages are breaking up these days? One of the reasons for this is lust. Why do you think people cannot stop committing adultery? Lust is the reason. Lust can destroy a life in a twinkling of an eye. Lust can take everything that is near and dear to you. Lust can steal your money. Lust can destroy your health. Lust will cloud your judgment. Lust will destroy you. Lust will break your home up. Lust will destroy your health. Lust will take your money away. Lust will rob you of your joy. Lust will put a wall between you and God. Lust will throw you into a hole deeper than you ever thought you could go. Lust, unchecked, will leave you in a place where you will wonder, how did I get here? I say this because I have seen it firsthand with my own eyes. Lust do this to people. Lust can end one's life. Lust destroyed the life of Samson when he couldn't take his eyes off the women he was warned against. David got into trouble when lust took over him after he saw the nakedness of Bathsheba. Great men, great women, great people have been destroyed because of lust. And listen to me, my brother and sister, you are not immune to lust. If you let it, lust can take you to a place you don't want to go. Lust starts with the eyes. Matthew chapter 5 verse 28. But I say unto you, that whosoever looketh on a woman to lust after her hath committed adultery with her already in his heart. Lust starts its work from the moment you look, and you can't take your mind off what you're looking at. You can see beauty and admire someone, but it can turn to lust if you don't take your mind off them. Your thoughts can change if you look at something too much. Lust starts from the eyes, so you need to know what you are watching. That is why we need to understand how to overcome lust. The first thing you need to do is create a holy atmosphere around you. Stop watching things that bring lust. Lust starts from the eyes. You cannot lust after what you don't see. The eyes take it first, and then the mind begins to think about it, becoming lust. If you want to overcome lust, you have to discipline your eyes. If you cannot discipline your eyes, then you have a great problem with the lust of the eyes. As a man or woman, if you cannot discipline the way you look at the opposite sex, then you will be a victim of lust. Job made a covenant with his eyes never to look at the nakedness of a maiden. Job chapter 31 verse 1. I made a covenant with mine eyes. Why then should I think upon a maiden? We all know we can't go through life with our eyes closed. It's not practical. There's a difference between you just walking and someone catching your eyes. You don't have to stay there. You don't have to keep looking. Move on with your day. Why do you need to look for a second time or third time or for a prolonged period of time? Don't look. Remember, don't look. So that is the first practical step. It's simply don't look. Remember, and I think we can all agree, there are different types of looking. When you are driving or walking or going about your business, you are looking. But there's a completely different type of looking when you are lusting over a person. This is what I am saying. Don't do it. You know the type of looking that has you playing different scenarios in your mind. Let's say you are walking down the street and you see an attractive person of the opposite gender. Carry on with your business. You don't have to turn your head and start fantasizing. Just don't look. Every fornication started with someone looking. All adultery started with someone looking. It only takes you looking and lusting. That is the door the devil needs. That is the door the spirit of lust needs. That look. That one look can change your life. The Bible instructs us in Ephesians chapter 4 verse 27, neither give place to the devil. David could not look away when he saw Bathsheba bathing on the rooftop. That lust led him to commit adultery and murder, which brought a great consequence upon his life. It all started with him looking. This is my point about lust, making people make stupid decisions. David stole another man's wife and then got that woman's husband killed because he got that man's wife pregnant. The reason why lust is so dangerous is because it makes people make decisions they regret. Your eyes are what can help you create the kind of atmosphere in life you want. Your ears, too, play a crucial role in creating the type of atmosphere in life you need. The things you see, the things you hear influence your thoughts. What are you listening to? Are you listening to songs that mention women's private parts or men's private parts? Do you listen to songs where they talk about being promiscuous? Do you listen to songs that preach about sex? Do you watch videos that show the nakedness of people dancing around? These things will bring lust into your life. What kind of movies do you watch? Are they edifying? Are they full of immoralities? These things will corrupt your mind and create an ungodly atmosphere around you. When the Bible says you must be in the Spirit at all times, you have to create a holy atmosphere around you. Change the songs you listen to and start listening to gospel songs. Change the movies you watch. Dedicate your life to watching sermons and revive your spirit, man. It becomes hard to go along with lust when you create a holy atmosphere. I am not saying these things for you to just take note of. I am telling you something you need to start doing right now. Delete those ungodly songs. Delete those unholy videos. Start listening to gospel songs, songs of worship. Do this, and you will notice a distinct change in your life. You also need to be careful of the kind of gospel songs you listen to. They have started to hijack gospel songs again. Take time to watch edifying videos. Listen to Christian-related podcasts. Read Christian books. Stop reading books that are erotic. Stop reading books that will make you start imagining unholy things. The second thing you need to do is don't trust yourself or your ability to control lust. The Bible says the spirit is willing, but the body is weak. This flesh is always desiring sinful things. Don't think you can help it when it starts to crave things you don't want to do. Proverbs chapter 3 verse 5 through 7 says, trust in the Lord with all thine heart, and lean not unto thine own understanding. In all thy ways acknowledge him, and he shall direct thy paths. Be not wise in thine own eyes. Fear the Lord, and depart from evil. Don't try to act wisely when lust comes. I don't think you have the power to overcome it. What you need is the wisdom of God to know the proper steps to overcome lust. You need to know the appropriate response, and to do this, you need the power of God. You will fail if you think you can fight lust yourself. You cannot be watching pornography and believe you can overcome it yourself. When you are alone, you will always be tempted to watch pornography. When you are alone, you will be tempted to masturbate. When you are alone with the opposite gender, you will be tempted to commit fornication. Don't say you have it all under control. No, you don't. That is what the devil wants you to think until you fail. Do you think people who have crushed marriages because of adultery intended that? Do you think they prayed that their marriages ended? They thought they could control lust, but it ended badly for them. Don't sit there and think you got it all under control. When lust comes, the flesh bows. You need the Spirit of God to overcome. You need the wisdom of God to overcome. You need the power of God to overcome. The Bible says that God will provide an escape for you when these temptations come. But because you think you can handle it by yourself, you cannot see God's escape route. Stop thinking you can do it all. Trust in the Lord with all your heart. Don't trust in your power. You will fail woefully. Psalm chapter 20, verse 7 through 8. Some trust in chariots, and some in horses, but we will remember the name of the Lord our God. They are brought down and fallen, but we are risen and stand upright. Do you trust in God or your chariots? Don't trust yourself. Never trust yourself. If you genuinely want to win the war against lust, put measure in a place for you not to fall into the trap of lust. Don't be alone with someone you know you commit adultery or fornicate with.